Everything is the traditional food what we make is, and it's all made in the house.
So out here it's only Kodava food.
Yes, traditional
Okay,
Kodava food
wonderful. So what are some of the special dishes here that one should definitely try?
So this is bamboo shoot fry, bambale bartad. This is the bamboo shoot curry.
That certainly has hit home. I'm going to get some of that akki roti. That would be wonderful to scoop that masala of that mutton fry. Let's make tracks for that pandi curry. It's almost like biting into a slightly thick marshmallow. Well, we have our first vegetarian dish, baby eggplant. I never thought I would say this, but that baine enegai is as good in its flavors as that chicken pepper fry, the mutton fry, or that pandi curry. Namaskara folks, this is Kripal Amanna, Gourmet on the Road, and you're watching Food Lovers TV. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and strong. So today I'm on my way to Mangaluru and I'm driving via Madikeri, and it's about 2:15 in the afternoon, time for lunch. And I've heard of this eatery in Madikeri called Coorg Cuisine. So that's where I'm hoping to stop and hopefully taste some delicious Kodava cuisine. Hello.
Hi, sir.
People have told me about Coorg Cuisine. They said when you're in this part, we have to try out Coorg Cuisine. What's your name?
Subaya.
Subaya.
Yeah.
And how old is this place?
So this has been 21 years old. This is my mom and dad who started this place. Everything is the traditional food what we make is, and it's all made in the house. So it's a homely food.
Oh, so where do you cook the food?
Right here. We have a house below the restaurant.
Oh, okay. So you live here?
Yeah. Yes.
And who supervises the cooking? Your mother?
Yeah, mom and dad.
And what's special here?
The pandi curry and akki otti. We have chicken, we have mutton.
Well, before we sit down at the table, let's take a look at what's cooking in the kitchen or what's already cooked in the kitchen.
Yes, what is already cooked.
What are these masalas?
So that's the pork masala.
This is the karta masala.
Yes. So you can use it for chicken or mutton, any of the non-coconut based gravies or the fry. Veg curry masala, any coconut base we use that masala. It's mushroom curry, chicken curry with coconut.
So this is made at your home?
Yeah, it's all everything. Is made.
Fantastic. Well, the Kodavas are warriors. So next to Field Marshal Kariyappa and General Thimmaya, what is this called? A rifle?
So this is the rifle. So the powder gun.
Oh, with the gunpowder.
Yes.
So it's the musket.
Yes. It's a pretty old one. Yeah.
And what is the symbolism of this? The rice.
There's a festival that's called as Puttari. That is the time we get this done. Yeah.
So that is what, the first grain?
Yeah. First. Yeah.
The first harvest.
Yes, first harvest.
So the food gets cooked in the kitchen down.
Yes, sir.
And here you just keep it.
Yeah, everything is put on the steam. So every day it's the same special. So you'll have pork, chicken, mutton, fish, egg. Pandi curry is the main dish. Pork fry, sir. This is the pandi bartad.
And that is with the karta masala.
Yeah, the same masala what we serve there. That's my
Namaskara.
mom.
What's your name, ma'am?
Pushpa Girish, sir.
Mrs. Pushpa Girish.
Yeah.
So you do all the cooking.
Yes, sir. This is pork chops. So it's basically the ribs.
So well, we are also meeting Subaya's dad, Mr. Girish. We just met his mom. So you began this restaurant 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody had a traditional restaurant right here. The Coorgi food. So my parents, they thought like let us make a traditional Coorgi restaurant at that time. So right now, until now, we are running the same recipes, same taste.
So what are some of the special dishes here that one should definitely try?
Pork here is
Pork, of course.
famous.
When it comes to the Kodavas, I think pandi curry, huh?
Yeah.
Bamboo shoot is very good here. Baby brinjal, ennegai.
Ennegai, baby brinjal.
Baby brinjal, very small brinjal.
Ah.
Also very nice.
In the bamboo shoot, there's also a combination with pork that you do, right?
Yes, sir. Pork and bamboo shoots.
Bimbale.
Bimbale.
Bimbale. Ah. I know some of these words, but I think my phonetics or the pronunciation, I need to get them right.
Bimbale with mutton also good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
And what do you call the ferns that you get?
Camber, sir. Camber.
Camber.
Yeah.
Ah, so do you have that also?
No, we don't make that.
Ah, okay. So out here it's only Kodava food.
Yes, sir. Traditional
Okay,
Kodava food.
wonderful.
So this is bamboo shoot fry, bambale bartad. This is the bamboo shoot curry. So this is the coconut-based gravy and the same masala what is used.
I love the aroma of that masala. That's greeting me along with the steam that escaped from that baimbale curry.
We soak it 2 days in water.
Because otherwise bamboo has toxins,
Yes,
right?
yes. So we wash it around 10 times in a day. So we keep it for 2 days. Chicken pepper fry.
So this is almost like a gashi.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
that
yes,
looks
yes,
very
yes,
good,
yes,
huh? That
yes.
chicken pepper fry.
Deep fry using only oil. Everything is ghee.
Ghee.
Yes.
Fantastic. And pork dishes?
Pork, no ghee, nothing.
So it's the fat of the pork that gets rendered into the preparation. Well, I think we've seen all that we have to see. I think let's get to the table now and taste some Kodava delicacies here at Coorg Cuisine. Well, it's past 3:30 and needless to say, I'm ravenously hungry. The kitchen tour is only served to make me hungry more.
So you can try the akki roti and the pandi curry.
The pandi curry I definitely want to try.
Yeah.
And also, there was a chicken, no? With the...
Chicken pepper fry.
That chicken pepper fry looked
Yeah.
very good.
I'll do that.
And I also want to try something in the vegetarian. What would you recommend?
So you can try the bamboo shoot, something unique like the bamboo shoot curry.
Yeah, I think the baimbale curry we'll try.
Baby brinjal fry.
How is your mutton here?
Mutton fry is pretty good. People like the mutton
fry?
Yeah, mutton fry.
So that is kori yerche bartat.
Yes, sir. Koriyachi bartat.
So we're doing one pork, one chicken, one mutton, and we're also doing 2 vegetarian dishes. So one is the baimbale, which is the bamboo shoot, and we're doing that in a curry. And then something that I haven't tasted before, baine ennekai, which is the baby brinjal fry, but Kodava style. We of course have tasted the ennekai from North Karnataka, but this one is the baine ennekai. So I'm certainly looking forward to tasting that too. And of course with some bisi akki otti and some kadamputtu. Akki roti, baimbale curry, fantastic. Pandi curry. Well, out here the food comes really quickly because the food's already cooked downstairs in the house and then they place it in a bain-marie where it's hot, steaming away, waiting to be served to customers. So when you come here, you're never going to spend too long waiting for your food to arrive at the table. Of course, when all the dishes come together, then you're also battling against time because it'll also cool down in this Madikeri weather. That dish is hot but feels very comforting. That chicken pepper fry looked very nice. I love the warmth of the pepper in that. And then I'm also tasting the fruity sourness of the kacham puli. That certainly is the sort of appetizer that has hit home. You know what's nice also is that the chicken is not fibrous in the least. And it's nice and moist within. The last time was a drumstick. This I think is a breast piece. So therefore will be a little more firmer in its texture. What's nice is that the masala seems to have permeated all the way into that bird. There's also a bit of the heat that I'm tasting from the red chili. I'm told they use the Byadgi mensankai and it's also visible in that slightly orangish red tint. I think when you come here, if you love your chicken, definitely get that chicken pepper fry. I'm going to get some of that akki roti. Akki otti is what they call the akki roti here before it cools down completely. Certainly is a otti which has some weight, quite visible, also in its texture. Not very crusty, but more soft, more dense. And I guess the salt, that would be wonderful to scoop that masala of that mutton fry. This piece of meat seems to have a little more of the fat as opposed to the flesh. I can taste the heat of the red chilies in that gashi. What I want to get though is a nicer piece of the meat. That piece of meat is soft. As you can see in its pink moistness. So the akki otti here is not like a light, puffy, airy, fulka sort of a texture. The akki otti here is quite solid. Quite weighty, quite fulsome in the manner that it fills your mouth. I'm also biting into a bit of the powderiness of that akki roti from the rice flour. Let's make tracks for that. Pandi curry, some of the gravy. Also the akki roti is heftier towards the center, the sort that requires a bit of an effort to pry a piece. I want to taste just that curry of that pandi curry. Definitely tasting a lot more of the character of the kachampuli in that masala, in that curry there. This piece of meat also has a bit of fat that it's holding on to. When you bite into the fat, it's almost like biting into a slightly thick marshmallow. That's the texture of the fat in that piece of meat. What I'm also tasting here in the curry is the granular texture of that karta masala. The other interesting thing out here is if you take a shine to the curry, be it the pandi curry or the mutton curry or maybe the baimale curry, there's also the masala powder for you to purchase if you wish to. Another piece of the pandi or the pork, this time with loads of fat. The food out here doesn't seem commercial in the least. It's a sort of food that you probably taste in someone's home. It's quite apparent in the flavors that register, that ring loud and clear on the palate. Well, we have our first vegetarian dish, which is the baby eggplant. Quite curious to taste it. Plenty of onions along with the ennegai, the baby brinjal. The masala is almost sweet and jammy. I think there's probably some jaggery too that goes into it. The eggplant, I think, is stuffed with the masala and then nicely roasted in some oil. And in that masala, I can taste a touch of sweetness. I never thought I would say this, but that baine ennegai is as good in its flavors as that chicken pepper fry, the mutton fry, or that pandi curry. I think all the dishes that I've tasted here thus far are the sort that will definitely have me return to Coorg Cuisine should I find myself in this part of the state in the future too. I just love that stuffed masala. If you love your eggplant, definitely a dish to get here. And even if you're not somebody who's enthused about an eggplant, taste this. It'll change your mind about the eggplant. Get some of that onions next. The onion has a nice crunch. There's a certain tartness too that I'm tasting in that masala. And it makes for a great combination with that akki otti. The eggplant is almost meaty in its bite. So good. Initially I thought I would make quick work of the eggplant and then return to one of the meaty dishes that I'd already tasted before. But this eggplant is a sort that doesn't want you to let go. So good. This eggplant is stuffed first.
No, deeply fried. Later on we used to blend the masala.
With the masala. And the masala, is there some jaggery that goes in?
No. That's because it's jaggery. A little bit of sugar is also added. That makes it a little bit sweeter.
So I'm told the sweetness comes from the onions and also a little bit of sugar that gets added. So what they do here with the eggplant is they slit it and then they deep fry it and then they stuff it with the masala and then it's tossed in a pan with some chilies, some onions and whatnot. But the result is a sort that quite easily makes it one of the tastiest eggplant preparations that I've had in a very long time. So good. Some busy kadambuttu. This time with some baimbale, the bamboo shoot curry. Now to prepare bamboo shoot is a tedious process because bamboo shoot by itself has certain toxins. So they need to wash the bamboo a few times before they can clean it completely. You can see the tender green of the bamboo shoot, and that's considered a delicacy in this part of the world. Very moist and crunchy in its bite. If you've never eaten bamboo before, you'd be surprised at its texture. In fact, firstly, the thought of eating bamboo may not cross many people's mind, but this bamboo is tender. It's almost like biting into a moist gourd of some kind. Much milder in its flavors as opposed to the pandi curry or the mutton fry that I tasted. You know, when I saw this place first from the outside, it looked very unpretentious and I didn't really know what to expect. But after coming in, meeting Subaya, his parents, taking a look at the dishes in the kitchen, understanding how they are prepared, and finally tasting it, reaffirms in my mind that very old adage, never judge a book by its cover. So if you're passing along the highway and you spot Coorg Cuisine, you may not think much of it. But it's only when you step in here and order some of these dishes do you realize what this place is all about. All the dishes that we've tasted, be it that chicken pepper fry, that mutton fry, that pandi curry, that baine ennegai, which was a delicious surprise, and that very gentle, mellow baimbale curry have truly been special. So if you are in this part of town and want to savor some Kodava cuisine, definitely find your way to Coorg Cuisine. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Gourmet on the Road. Until the next time, take care, stay safe, stay strong, and happy eating. That's my cue to reach for some more of that pandi curry that I'm going to relish this time with some kadambuttu.
If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page, and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As, and a lot more. You could support us on our Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. Happy eating!